Welcome again to ASP.NET Core MS tutorial. In this tutorial we are learning about Entity Framework Core, and in the previous video we have learned what is Entity Framework Core. Now in this video we will learn how can we install this Entity Framework Core in our ASP.NET Core web application. Let's start. First we will understand what all packages are required to install this Entity Framework Core, and how can we install these packages of Entity Framework Core in our application. Several other things which are required to work with Entity Framework Core we will learn in this video. Let's focus on the packages. All the packages of this Entity Framework Core are available completely free of cost on NuGet. So NuGet is the official website of all the packages. You can find all the packages on this website. The global and main package for Entity Framework Core is Microsoft.Entity Framework Core, but this package is not complete to use in our application. This is just a top layer of Entity Framework Core. In order to work with different type of database, we need to focus on several other packages as well. Based on the database, we also need to install several other packages. Suppose if you are going to work on SQL Server, then you need to install some couple of packages which are compatible with SQL Server. If you are going to work with MySQL, then along with this Microsoft.Entity Framework Core package, you need to install several other packages. Let's have a look on those packages. Suppose in this video I want to work with SQL Server. So if I need to work with SQL Server, then I need to install first this Microsoft.Entity Framework Core. Then I need to install Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.Relational. Third one, I need Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQL Server. To work with the SQL Server, I need these three packages. If I want to install these packages into the application, and if I choose the order just like I have given, then first we need to install the first one, then second one, and the third one. But if I start the installation from this third package, then these two packages will get installed automatically. Why? Because the third package, Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQL Server, has a dependency on relational and the core package. So I would suggest you to start the installation from this Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQL Server. So if you are using this approach, then the above two packages will get installed automatically. Along with these packages, we also need one more package, and the name is Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.Tools. So what is the use of this package? In Entity Framework Core, we do not have any EDMX file. All the work is done from command line tool. What work? Suppose if you need to generate your database from your classes, then you need to write your query into the command line tool. Opposite as well, if you need to generate your classes from the tables, then you need to write your query. Also, if you are going to add new table, update new table, or whatever operations you are performing with your database, then for that you need a query. And to write that query and to execute that query, we need this package Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.Tools. Why do we have this package as a separate from the Microsoft.Entity Framework Core? Because the work of this command line interface is not required by all the developers. Only the team which is responsible to handle the database requires this package. That is why, to make everything lightweight, we have separate packages. Now suppose I do not want to work with SQL Server, I want to work with some other database. Then what will happen? What package do I need to install in that scenario? Here is an official link of the Microsoft. If I click on this link, then over here you can see that we have lots of database providers. If I scroll down a little bit, then on the left side you will see NuGet package. This is the name of our package. This is the database name and maintainer vendor who is maintaining this package, and several other things. So suppose first one is SQL Server. So if I want to work with the SQL Server, I need to install this package. Let's open this package into the new tab. Here you can see we got a link of the official website of nuget.org. Okay, so here is the detail of our package. To install this package, you can simply copy this line and paste it into your application. If you are using .NET CLI to develop your application, then you need to install this package, .NET add package, and this is the name of the package. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit and let's focus on the dependencies. This package has dependency on two packages. First one is Microsoft.data.sql client. Second one is Microsoft.entityframework.core.relational. And if I click on the relational, again go to the dependencies, then you can see this relational has a dependency on Microsoft.entity framework core. So if you will start an installation from SQL Server, then ultimately you will get all the required packages into your project. Now let's talk about the second one. If you are going to work with SQLite database, then you can use this package. Let's scroll down a little bit more. So here is the package for MySQL. This is the recommended and best package to work with MySQL. This MySQL package also needs an relational package, MySQL connector and JSON object. Let's click on this relational. Over here you can see that this relational has a dependency on Microsoft.entity framework core. So ultimately you will get all the packages into your application. Here you can see that this is a huge list. You can choose any database as per the requirement of your application. Now let's learn how can we install this package into our application. So there are two ways. First one is you can use command line tool. So to use the command line tool, we have to go to the tools, then go to the NuGet package manager and choose this package manager console. Based on the architecture of your application, there will be multiple scenarios. If you are going to use n-tier architecture, it means you are going to create a separate project for your data layer. Then you have to choose the name of your second project over here into this drop down. We can create a separate project for our data layer as well, but over here into this application I will be using everything into this single project. So we will create a separate folder and we will keep everything separate. If you are having everything into one project, then still you will see that there is no problem of using it. And what will you write over here? The details of the packages are available here. You can simply copy this line and paste it here and simply press enter. There is one more way to install these packages. So you can right click on your solution, choose manage NuGet package, and over here you will see that we have a window of all the packages. Before installing the package, you need to ensure what package source you are using. Here is the package source. So I'm using nuget.org. This is the official one. And here I can search for the packages. So I need to write Microsoft.entity framework core.SQL server. Now here you can see that we have a package with this name Microsoft.entity framework core.SQL server, and this is created by Microsoft. It has huge number of downloads. So I can click on this one. Here you have to choose the version. At this time the latest and the stable version is 3.1.3, so I will be using this one. If you want to focus on the dependencies, then you can see it has a dependency on the relational and Microsoft.data.sql client, and this relational also has a dependency on the entity framework core. So ultimately at the end of this installation we will have all the packages into our application. So let's click on the install button. Let's click on the OK button, accept the license, and it has been installed successfully. Let's see what all packages we got into our project. Go to the dependencies and this packages. Over here you can see that we have this package Microsoft.entity framework core.SQL server, and below this package we have SQL client, relational, and inside this relational we have Microsoft.entity framework core. So ultimately we have all the packages which are required to work with SQL server. If you want to work with the MySQL, then you can install the packages which is required for the MySQL. In the next video of this tutorial, we will create the DB context and we will set up the entity framework core. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.